Hello and welcome. We have so much news to cover today, so thank you for choosing to tune in. So, we're going to start off on a high with Meghan celebrating her birthday. That's the first story of the day. She shared with us some insights on her birthday celebration. This is her post. She said, blowing out candles on a beautiful 24 hours and thanking my husband, friends, and family for making it so special. To those of you I don't know but who send love every day, thank you so much. Please know I feel it and appreciate it, with a heart emoji. And just to get a little foodie on you, this dinner last night at Funky LA with a culinary mastery of Evan Funky and his team is in the top 5 meals of my life. Extraordinary. Thank you for a standout dining experience, in quotes. And we have there Meghan at the restaurant. Look at the cake they got for her. It looks delicious, and the way they decorated it as well. It is adorned with beautiful flowers. It must have been so yummy. I'm happy that Meghan has shared this with us, so you can see it there. Harry and her friends celebrated her on this day, and she said that she felt so special. So look at her hair worn down, and they're there. It seems to have been a night out, enjoying the Duchess's huge day, and she just looks so rejuvenated and happy. And so yes, once again, happy birthday to the Duchess of Sussex. I'm so happy to share this quick update with you, share your thoughts on this news, and share your birthday wishes. Once again, this is a birthday week for the Duchess in the comment section below. And happy birthday, Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. And now on to the second story of the day. This is the one you're here for. We have an update on Sentebale and the Charity Commission's findings on the dispute. So Prince Harry is speaking out following the conclusion of an investigation into the non-profit he founded with Prince Seiso 2 decades ago, and says that despite being cleared, the damage is already done. On August the 5th, the Charity Commission for England and Wales announced it found no evidence of widespread or systemic bullying, harassment, misogyny, or misogynoir at Sentebale, following an investigation into claims made by the charity's current chair, Dr. Sophie Chandauka. The Commission also found no overreach by either Prince Harry and Sophie Chandauka. As we know, the Duke of Sussex stepped down as patron of the charity, following what he described as a breakdown in leadership. However, the Commission criticized all sides for allowing the conflict to play out publicly, and cited poor internal governance and a failure to resolve disputes internally severely impacted the charity's reputation and risked undermining public trust in charities more generally. Interesting. I have some thoughts on that, and I will circle back to that and give you my opinions. So, in a statement responding to the findings, a spokesperson for Prince Harry said, quote, unsurprisingly, the Commission makes no findings of wrongdoing in relation to Sentebale's co-founder and former patron, Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex. They also found no evidence of widespread bullying, harassment, or misogyny and misogynoir at the charity as falsely claimed by the current chair. Going on to say, despite all that, their report falls troublingly short in many regards, primarily the fact that the consequences of the current chair's actions will not be borne by her, but by the children who rely on Sentebale's support, end quote. Prince Harry and Prince Seiso see no way back to the charity while Chandauka is in place, but they are keeping their options open, and this is according to someone in their camp, saying, quote, both Prince Harry and Prince Seiso are devastated by what has effectively been a hostile takeover by Sophie Chandauka. This was Prince Seiso and Prince Harry's life's work. They established it 19 years ago, and in that time put in blood, sweat, and tears and their own money into building this charity up to what it was, a multi-million-pound charity that delivered nothing but good for the beneficiary community that is supported in Lesotho and Botswana, end quote. In a separate statement, Sentebale's former trustees expressed disappointment in the Commission's findings, saying key issues they raised about the charity's leadership had been overlooked. saying, quote, "We are disheartened by the way in which the Charity Commission has chosen to ignore key concerns and irrefutable evidence raised with them regarding the leadership and oversight of Sentebale's chair. We accept there is always room to strengthen governance of an organization, which is why we welcomed a review by the chair initiated in February 2024, and that should have only taken a matter of months. We, unfortunately, never saw a report or any outcomes enacted more than 2 years into her tenure. We remain gravely concerned for the future of the charity and the well-being of the communities we served for 19 years, following the mission set out by Prince Harry and Princesa in honor of their mothers," the statement concluded. Powerful statement. So Sentebale's current board has said that they accepted the Charity Commission's findings and committed to carrying out the regulator's recommendations. Sophie Chandauka also issued her own statement, and I will not be reading it here because for sure this must be so sad for Harry and Princesa. All that they have done in this community, as is mentioned here, over 19 years, and they themselves acknowledging that this is some type of hostile takeover. And on this channel, I did cover the strange things concerning Chandauka finances and this charity. There is a link right here. You want to watch that. How so much money was going towards individuals who, were being contracted for things that did not directly impact those who are supposed to be recipients of people's giving. And it was just so sad. So if you want to watch that, links will be in the cards and in the pinned comment. You have to get a glimpse into what was going on. And I have a feeling that all of this is just going to work out. Let's keep the Sussexes and Princesa in prayers, because that was their mission. This was something that was their goal and passion, to impact the communities in Lesotho and Botswana in honor of their mothers. And we praise God that Harry has been cleared of the claim or allegation of racism and misogyny. Can you believe that? Harry, who is married to Meghan, who he has had to stand up for time and time again when she herself was going through actual racism. And remember how some of the tabloids had run with that story, saying that Harry had bullied Chandauka and pointing to the fact that she's African. And so many people were saying, misogynoir. That was a huge headline. And Harry, once again, has prevailed over those claims that were leveled against him that were absolutely false. I think at the end of the day, if Miss Chandauka has any ounce of care for the children who were supposed to be benefiting from this charity, that she should just step down, because Harry and Princesa were the faces of this charity, and what they did for those children over the years who had suffered with the effects of HIV and AIDS, needing that support, needing a community around them, having someone who was able to bring a massive light to them, and also the charity polo game that they used to play that raised tremendous amount of funds for them. This is absolutely wrong if she chooses to stay in place. That's my opinion. And this Charity Commission, their findings for sure are not satisfactory. That's what I can say for sure. If the trustees themselves chose to step down, and even some of the people who Sophie brought on after, we've seen some of them just stepping down as well, then they have to look at the common denominator of what could be going wrong, and that has to be the thing that's taken out of the charity so that it can continue to thrive. This is not about names. This is not about who's, the big honcho. It's about the children and them being affected by the charity not doing what it's supposed to do. Let them get back to basics. It was about HIV and AIDS. Remember, not about climate change. And in all of the places, Lesotho, which is just so untouched by, pollution and on and on. Come on. So I think that this charity cannot go forward successfully as it was without Harry and Princesa. And I've got to say something. That individual who was brought on, who was in the interview with Sophie, for me, that was a complete red flag. And also another thing that was a bit of a red flag was when Sophie suddenly was allied, even in her talking points, to those who are not in Harry's camp. And one more thing, I have a strong sense that this whole orchestration to just wrestle this charity away from Harry, just food for thought. Is it possible that as the world's attention was focusing on Sentebale, and especially around the calendar when Harry was going to play his polo matches, and all of the world's attention was on Harry playing polo, that not only was there positive attention on that specific aspect of this charity, the polo games, but is it possible that there might have been some negative sentiment stirred up in some quarters, seeing Harry getting all of this positive attention and praise for looking sportsmanlike and cool and doing great things with Sentebale, and people being interested in polo, people saying the sport of kings and on and on? Could that have made perhaps some people try and stop him from having that aspect of polo being central to this charity and trying to take that spotlight away from him? Because if that's the reason why strange allyships have formed and people trying to wrestle this charity away from Harry, that would be super petty. Let me know if a couple of you also may think that jealousy could be at play, or something you may have noted concerning Harry and polo specifically with this charity. Let me know in the comment section. So it's just so sad. And can you imagine Harry and Seiso having to step down from their own charity, and also the Sentebale's trustees standing up strong at that time, showing solidarity, and even here in their statement. And they have always been transparent. Harry never bullied this lady. In fact, you could see he really thought highly of her. So that is why what has happened to them, they said in the beginning, was unthinkable. They could not fathom that they had to step back from a charity that was so close to them. It's just so sad. And I'm praying right now that this charity will go back into the hands of Prince Harry and Princess. So they've been doing so much good, and it has always been focused around issues of HIV and AIDS. It was not supposed to get sidetracked off to missions concerning climate. You know, that was already something that a lot of us had said. This was not what was the foundation of this charity. So there was that interview, once again, that I highlighted here. Kindly after this, go and watch that. There is some strange things that I think have been going on, and we're gonna have it brought to light, I'm so sure. So let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section below. I would love to know your thoughts, and of course the truth will prevail, and we are positive that Harry and Princess will once again get back this charity and continue to support the children of Lesotho and Botswana, because that is still where their passion is, and they will continue to deliver for these regions. So as always, before we log off, allow me here to thank those of you who support this channel financially, and shout out a couple of you here by name. A very special thank you to you. Patricia Benjamin, I appreciate you for the love that you have shown. You are such a gift to us, and your altruism has been extraordinary. Thank you for your consistency and your warmth and light. I love and appreciate you, and pray for God to bless you exceedingly abundantly above all you could ask or think. I love you. Thank you. A very special thank you to you, Henrietta Palmer. I am deeply moved by your kindness and generosity. Thank you for going above and beyond and being such a blessing, not only to me, but to this community. You are a pivotal part of this channel and deeply appreciated and valued. Thank you. I love you, and God bless. And now a very special thank you to those who gave through super thanks. Thank you to you, Black Queen. You continue to be a blessing. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you for your constant support and encouragement. You mean so much to me, and for your warmth and light and the joy that you bring to this channel. You truly brighten this community. God bless you, and thank you. Once again, thank you to all who support this channel financially. To those who like, comment, and share, I appreciate you all. If you liked this update, give it a thumbs up, click subscribe, follow on social media. Links will be in the cards and in the pinned comment. I love you all. Have a great day and keep it here for more, and I will catch you in the next one. Have a blessed one.